What's up, everybody?
Hey.
We are back. We are back with another TGFN Weekly. We're so glad to be here. I'm Bad Gamer Elite.
And I'm Hannah Bart.
And we are here for you to give you the news, reviews, and all the stuff that we do in the gaming world. You know, just two buddies just hanging out talking.
Yeah, well, I guess you're my buddy.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. Let's just jump right in. How has your week been?
My week has been great. I've been playing Super Mario Odyssey all week. It is awesome, guys. We'll talk a little bit more about it later, but I was streaming it this week, and I was like, oh, I have to get off already? Dang it. No.
So no speed run for you.
Probably not. Well, I'm not speedrunning it right now, but
Okay. All right.
I can get more into that later when we talk about it.
All
But
right.
yeah, it's been really great. I'm still kind of sick a little bit. My voice sounds weird. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, wear your mask because you might get something. No, I'm just kidding. I actually feel good. It's just my throat is a little sore.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, how was your week?
Oh my goodness, it has been a crazy week.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it though. I have been jumping all over the place with gaming because you guys know I got to be doing my gametography. But I did jump into Assassin's Creed Origins.
You did. Okay.
So cool.
Yeah.
So very cool. I'm not far at all because I think I've taken at least 50 or 60 photos already in the game. I just got home. So there's a point where you're the tutorial part, and you're learning that. I just got out of part of that.
Okay. So you're in the very, very beginning.
Very, very beginning. Shadow of War. I put that down to start playing AC Origins.
Okay.
I did get back into Overwatch.
Oh, you did?
And we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I'm gonna have to look some stuff up.
Yep.
Because we have to talk about Overwatch. This week was a big week for Overwatch. And what else did I play? I did an actual stream for myself on Mixer.
Hey, and how did it go?
It went really well. I had some folks show up. Shamblin was there, and The Real Rugby was there, and who else was there? Rezion was there.
Okay.
And these are all people that I follow on Mixer.
That's pretty cool.
That was a big deal for me.
Yeah. That's
for you guys
awesome.
to show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And then I did. Oh, on Twitch, I played a little bit with my daughter on Cuphead. I think I might have mentioned that before, but we played a little bit of Cuphead.
Okay.
And that went well. She's got some fans now. So yeah, it's been the regulars.
Okay.
Somebody asked me today how many games am I playing, and
couldn't count them all.
yeah, there were a lot because I've been jumping through to just get photos and stuff like that. So to name them all, Titanfall 2, Watch Dogs 2, ACO, Shadow of War, Order 1866, Horizon Zero Dawn, who has got an update coming I'm so excited for. That's next week. And there were more. Oh, yeah. Mass Effect 2. And there's just a ton more that I'm just getting into. So
Yeah. And I'm the opposite. I only play one or two games at a time. I just feel like it's overwhelming and then I never come back to it. So I just have to get it all done at once.
It's crazy overwhelming.
Yeah.
I have the only reason I'm doing it now is because my goal this year was to finish 10 stories.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it because I suffer from gamer ADD. And so 10 stories.
I'm sure you're not alone in that.
No. I know you're out there.
Yeah.
But I got 16 this year.
Okay.
So now I'm just okay, well, I'm just going to go a little bit of each thing. That way, for next year, my goal next year, it was going to be story-driven.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to be able to get 1,000 or 1,500 photos in the games.
Dang, that's a lot of photos.
So yeah, well, Horizon Zero Dawn, it's not been out a year, and I've got over 350.
Okay.
So.
And all of those are like, I've seen your photos from that game, and they're really awesome. Like that game is perfect to do gametography in.
It's amazingly great. I've seen people. There are folks that do portraiture, and then they do high art with special effects that are in the game.
Okay.
So they're not like doing filters or anything after. They're using the whatever's in the game to actually make it.
That's cool.
So that's pretty neat. And then my friend Lady Snipeshot, she does landscape photography in that game. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even think about doing landscape.
Oh yeah. Like I'm a portraiture guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are people that do landscape. There are people that do not solar, like with stars and such. Whatever that's called. That type
astronomy?
of astronomy type photography. Yes. Big words for Bad Gamer Elite. So the word of the day is astronomy. So yeah, I mean, so that's what I've been up to. I mean, just jumping back into the grind, playing some games, and gametography, man.
That's awesome. Cool. So should we move on to our updates for the week?
Updates.
Gaming updates. All right, first update.
I'm going to look something up as you're talking because I know I need something.
Well, I can start with another thing quick then.
Go
so
ahead.
Twitch has a new landing page for your subs. So if you're an affiliate or you're a partner, they updated their landing page so that you can access it on your web browser if you have ISO or Android, which is really great. I know that there's been some issues in the past where people want to sub from their phone and they have a hard time doing it because obviously it's a little harder to navigate than like a desktop computer. So I think that's really cool that they're doing that. Honestly, Twitch is like up in their game when it comes to like new updates and like all the stuff they're doing to improve the Twitch experience for not only the viewers but for also the people that are streaming on their platform. So that's really cool. So we could talk about that. And then, okay, we can get into the main one now is the new Overwatch character.
There's a new Overwatch character! Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so her name's Moira, from what I think that's how you pronounce it, and she is a support character. Now, some of you guys are like, another support? Okay. This was freaking dope. All right? Because she looks to me like a combo of Zenyatta and Mercy.
She reminds me of Bayonetta a little.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta too. Yeah. She's got a Bayonetta feel with the power of Mercy and Zenyatta.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, and
or Zarya, you mean? No,
Zenyatta.
Yeah.
Zenyatta, and then also a little bit of Tracer and Sombra too.
Yeah, and also Reaper as well.
Yeah. So, so here's the thing. She's a healer, but she throws out these, beams and balls of healing, but also beams and balls of death. It's crazy sauce. And then on top of that, it looks like she teleports, but not like Reaper. Reaper, you kind of can tell where he's going.
Where he's going, yeah.
It didn't look like you could tell where she was going.
You just get to pick where you're going to go.
And it's, boom, you're there. Oh, it's so dope. So go check it out. There's a trailer out there for her. There's not really a story so much, but they did come out with another mini story for Reinhardt. And I'm in the middle of it, so nobody spoil it for me. I had to stop watching because I had some work to get done. But you can tell it's young Reinhardt, and he's just brash and just crazy and just doesn't really care for anything but fame and fortune.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
And you, when you think of Reinhardt, you don't think of that.
No, you think, I'm protecting all of my people.
And humble and just, yeah. Totally.
So, Overwatch stuff, guys. Oh, my gosh. Let's do it. Oh!
Ooh.
And by the way, if you want to play Overwatch with me and Hannah Bart, comment down below. We'll set something up.
Xbox. I have to play on Xbox.
Yeah,
well, I have PC too, but last time we played it.
Yeah, it was Xbox. So, and we can totally do that.
Yeah, cool. That sounds like fun. All right, so our next subject is Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. There's a new Wolfenstein game out. Something of the Colossus. I forget what it is, but it's a Colossus. It's something Colossus. And I have not played it.
Okay.
You haven't played it.
I have not played it.
But I've been watching my boy Maryland Blue play this game. Now, it is a game that is not safe for kids.
Warning right now.
Yeah, warning right now. No. But it is a great story. Oh my gosh. If you played any of the other Wolfensteins, especially some of the older ones, you remember that there wasn't really story based. There was a lot of just gruesome, shoot 'em, blah, blah, blah. This one has a great story. It drew me in. I watched Maryland Blue play maybe 10 minutes of it, and I was hooked. I was just like, oh, tell me a story, Daddy. It was so good. So very good. And I came in halfway through. So, I mean, but the story, the basic story is the Nazis win.
Okay.
Nazis win. They take over America. Anybody that's not of their master race is done. They're sent off to camps. They are enslaved, pretty much. It's just, and it's nasty. And this one guy is not having it. It's so good. And I don't want to give too much away, but his upbringing did not really warrant him to be who he is.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
So, I mean, what I've seen, it's a great game. The enemies are just tough enough. They're not like crazy tough. They're not super easy. The only thing I warn against, again, it is a very mature game. So with violence and sexual activities and
maybe not buy it for your kids for Christmas.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas gift. I mean, for like an 11-year-old, just go ahead and get them GTA. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, I mean, I would definitely say great story. Check it out.
We've been seeing that a lot in like new games that have been coming out, like NBA 2K. We were talking about that. They added a story mode that was really good. What was the other one?
Madden 18.
Yeah.
Madden 18. Oh, that's another one I got to get back into. I was playing Madden 18 and the story grabbed me. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. If you haven't played, and I don't sports ball. I don't sports ball. But Madden 18 story is really good.
Cool. Yeah. Well, that's awesome that they're adding that in. And if you're excited for Wolfenstein, get on that.
So awesome.
Cool. We can move on to our next thing. So PUBG is coming to Xbox in December. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm scared.
Yeah, PUBG has been hot though, especially like for streamers out there. I think it's been a really great game, and now that they're bringing it to Xbox, there's gonna be so many more people that are gonna be able to get on that.
So there might be like 3 people out there that have no idea what PUBG is.
Yeah.
All right.
In case you don't.
Okay. So PUBG is player unknown's battleground. Yep. All right. And basically what happens is it's a little like what Fortnite brought into Battle Royale. Matter of fact, I think Fortnite took it a little bit from PUBG.
Yeah. It felt like that.
Yeah, it totally felt like that. But you get dropped into this wasteland. It's a war zone, and you have nothing, absolutely nothing. And then you have to find clothes, you have to find gear, you have to find weapons.
Yep.
You have to try to hijack cars just to survive. And there's 99 other people on this battleground with you.
Yep.
So your goal is to get a chicken dinner. You know what that means? Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yep.
So you got to do it, and people enjoy it. I mean, it's really cool. I will probably be picking this up and dying. Hopefully, I'll get top 50. I'll take it.
There you go. Yeah, I mean that's really cool. Like it's almost like you get that adrenaline rush, right? When you get down to the end. You're okay, there's 10 people left. Like, how far can I make it here?
And I played a little bit of Fortnite, and because of it feels a little more like a Call of Duty.
Okay.
PUBG does to me. And so I think I'd get a little bit more stressed out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Fortnite's a little more like cartoony.
Yeah. I would say if Pixar made PUBG, that's what
Fortnite is.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So the next thing we can get into is just our Super Mario Odyssey review.
Oh, this is all you. You finally get to do a review.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it's been, like, I would say it's, like, one of the best games of the entire year. I don't, like, there's people in my chat, like, talking to me, like, do you like Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey better? And I was leaning toward Mario Odyssey.
Ooh.
It was hard. It was so hard.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. We were kind of talking about it, and it was kind of like Ocarina of Time and Super Mario 64. Or Mario 64, like, how those two were, like, so close and how good of a game they were back on the N64. So, yeah, I was like, someone asked me that question, I was like, oh, I don't know, but Super Mario Odyssey has me more hooked than Breath of the Wild did. Breath of the Wild, like, it was so much fun. It was, I mean, it's kind of different and it's hard to compare in that way, but Mario Odyssey has, like, just every piece of it is so cool. Like, obviously, so your main weapon is your hat, in case you didn't know that. I mean, it's pretty much on the cover of the game. I'll try not to spoil anything too much for you guys.
It's the possession hat?
So, yeah. So your companion's name is Cappy, and he's your hat. And there's just so, like, when you start the game, there's, like, 10 or 15 different moves that you can use with Cappy for, like, attacks and, like, opening up stuff. And it's just, that's so cool that you have all of those, like, moves that you can, like, use. And then they also integrated, like, some 2D Mario gameplay, too. So, like, you'll go into, like, a pipe, and then you'll go and you'll be, like, on the wall playing, like, you know, the very first Mario Brothers. Cool. Which is really cool. Another really cool thing about Mario Odyssey is you actually get to pick your outfit. So, like, as you go to different universes or different worlds, you should say. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you get to, as you collect, like, money, basically, there's, like, currency in the game. You get to, like, buy different outfits, which is kind of cool. So you can, like, match your outfit to the world you're at, or if you want to wear something goofy, like, it's kind of fun, too. Nice. And how's your photo mode coming? Yeah, well, I don't use the photo mode, but I have a couple people, like, one of my mods, he does photo mode. I think we actually featured it in the last episode, but it's got some, like, really cool places that you can take pictures, and that's what's so cool about it is there's just so many different worlds. Like, I've only probably, like, 8 to 10 hours into the game, and I haven't discovered everything yet, but everything that I've, like, done is so much fun. Like, the boss fights are so much fun. It's not like where you're going into every single boss fight and doing the same thing. Like, they make you do different stuff to beat the bosses. And really cool. Yeah. I've actually, I've seen that. I watched someone stream that. Who was it? Oh, yeah, you. Oh. And that was great, the different bosses. So. Yeah, and what's really cool about the game is, like, after you beat the story mode, this is only what I've heard because I haven't beat the story mode yet, but moons are the main thing that you collect. So if you think of, like, Super Mario Sunshine, you collect shine sprites. So in this, you collect moons, and there's 900 moons in the game. So, yeah, like, so it's, like, insane amount of moons. I mean, and it doesn't feel super overwhelming because you can collect a few moons in, like, 10 minutes. So it doesn't feel like, where you're like, I can't find anything. Okay, so they're actually there. And I think that's the difference between me liking Odyssey more than Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild, like, sometimes I would look for, like, an hour and not find a shrine, right? And, like, Odyssey, you're like, oh, I have hope that I just found another one, or if, like, this one's too hard, I'll go find a different one first. But, like, after the story mode's done, you have more stuff to do after that. There's mini games that you can play, plus you have to collect all the moons. It's a really awesome game. Like, I would give it a 10 out of 10, for sure. I hear that this is the most or highest rated game, or Nintendo game for sure, ever. Like, over Breath of the Wild. I wouldn't deny it. Like, it's a really, really good game. And, I'm looking up, like, reviews and stuff just to see what other people are saying. I have not seen a bad one. Like, I don't know if I've seen even one that was, like, 9 out of 10. Like, I think I've seen 10 out of 10s, like, across the board. So yeah, I mean, it's a really great game. If you guys want to check it out, my stream is Hannah Bart, so you guys can look me up on Twitch and watch me play. But everyone's playing it, so you can find someone, for sure. Check it out. Awesome. So, are you ready to get into our main topic? Main topic. So, we're pretty much pros at this topic at this point. This is our main job. But we're going to talk about social media and gaming. Social media and gaming, folks. I mean, it's what we do. It's who we are. Whether it's your video platforms, or whether it's your imaging platforms, your conversation, your text-based platforms. It's all social media. And part of that in gaming is being social.
I mean, they call it social media, but a lot of people don't use it socially.
Right, and
So-
it's super important, especially if you're a content creator or a streamer or a viewer that just wants to be connected to the community, to be able to just like communicate with everybody.
Right.
So, Bad Gamer,
Yeah.
what are some main platforms that people want to be on?
I, for one, am a huge Instagram guy.
Yes, you are.
All right. Absolutely love Instagram. Bad Gamer Elite, if you want to check out what I do there. I talk about it all the time on the show, gametography. But it also allows me to share other parts of my life with those that follow me.
Yep.
So they know I'm not just this photo machine guy.
Yep.
You know?
Just like, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
like
all
all photos every single time.
Yeah, no. But I get to join it. Like when we went to TwitchCon, I was able to share some of the folks I was hanging with there, showing around the venue.
Some Bad Gamer selfies.
I'm also a selfie guy.
That's okay, me too.
Yeah, I dig the selfie stuff, but Instagram allows you to show what's burning inside of you visually. You know, what is your passion, and you can show that visually.
I also think that you can show kind of like the gaming culture as well. For my Instagram, I do a lot of selfies, but I also talk about, you know, I'm on stream right now, like come check out, you know, what I'm playing or blah, 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 whatever. And then you can also share, like, when I went to the midnight release of Breath of the Wild, like, you know, that's where I was, and I got to share that with all of my followers, which is really cool.
So yeah, so definitely Instagram is a great visual piece. Another one that I think for gamers, and not necessarily for all industries, but for gamers, Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is great.
Yeah, now, if you look at the history of Twitter, especially this past year, they did not have any growth. You know, when numbers even out, yeah, they just really plateaued. But for gamers, I cannot believe how active gamers are as individuals. Now, gamers, I would say gamers and geeks are very active on Twitter. News outlets active on Twitter. But for your average everyday person, it's your gamers and your geeks that are on there.
Yep.
So whether we're talking about comic books or video games, or tweeting at the community managers of our favorite companies or from our favorite games, or back and forth to each other. 140 characters is kind of a game in itself.
Yep, it is.
You know?
It's Tetris.
Yeah, it's like I want to make sure that I want my point to come across. I want it to be clear, but I only have 140 characters.
Yep.
So, Twitter, fantastic.
I would say also with Twitter is like it's more of a platform where you want to communicate more often. If you're gonna post on your Twitter like once a week, it's not really very effective. It's more of like an everyday, couple times a day thing.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on from Twitter, I think another really good platform to talk about would be Discord.
You know what? Discord's kind of new.
It is.
It's very new, and I've learned a little bit about it. I am part of quite a few different people's Discords. One in particular.
That would be mine. He posted it more than I do, I think.
Discord is, if you think back to forums, they're a lot like forums, only. How would you describe?
It's very community focused. So, like, for example, you could take my server. Those are all of my followers, all of my viewers, other streamers that I do similar stuff with, and it's kind of like it's a really great way to communicate, like, just to your community. So anybody that's interested in your Discord obviously can come in as long as you give them an invite, but it's a cool way to interact because obviously there's like voice chat. They are working on video chat. It's not released like everywhere yet, but that would be really cool. So it's kind of like Skype in a way, but so there's different channels in my Discord. So there's one that I have like pics and selfies. So they'll post like, you know, my community will post like memes or like a selfie or like, oh, I'm at this restaurant getting this food. And it's just like a really great way to connect with your community on like a more personal level. You know, they feel a little bit more included, and like people are commenting on each other's things, and it's just really fun. And then obviously I can use it for, you know, kind of utilized to organize my stream. So I have a channel for my mods. Like my mods are only in that channel, and if there's something where I'm like, all right, we need to enforce this rule a little bit harder, it's a way I can communicate with them and make sure they all get the message. And then obviously, you know about this too, but you can tag people in Discord and it'll send a notification to their phone. So,
absolutely.
So you can send it to everybody, which is pretty nice.
I'm part of a few Discord channels, some podcast networks that I've been listening to or been part of. It's really neat because then you get to communicate with those folks, those streamers, those podcasters, and then people around the country that are part of that. Now, there's one in particular that I'm a part of that when we went out to California, there's a few people in those Discords that were like, hey, I live near there. Let's hook up. Let's go hang out. And so I had dinner with one of the guys that watches one of the things that I do over there.
Yeah.
So, which is really neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Discord other than like they are on their ball when it comes to social media. And like when we go back to, we can kind of talk about Twitter too, but Discord will, like, if they have an announcement, they'll tweet it out, and that's like the first spot that you see it.
Absolutely.
So I mean, even though that all these social media platforms are used for different things, they're connected, and it really helps you kind of stay in the loop with everything too.
Absolutely. There's one that we haven't talked about that I want to get your opinion.
Sure.
Do you think Twitch should be considered a social media platform?
I think it is. The direction that they're going, I think it definitely is. Now that they added the IRL streaming, which is like Periscope on Twitter, and they basically have a news feed. So you have I have a personal one for myself. You have one as well. And then when you go on your Twitch, there's like the main page, and anybody that you follow, if they have like a trending clip or a recent update, it shows up in your feed. So I definitely think it's a social media platform, even though a lot of what they do is live streaming. It's got updates. It looks like a social media platform.
Absolutely, and that's kind of where I stand as well. If it's used to communicate back and forth with a group, and it's more than just texting, that's social media.
I think eventually Twitch will evolve so they'll be like, you'll be able to upload pictures. I just think that they're going to do so much more with it. I don't want it to be like a copy of like another social media site. But I really do think they're doing a good job like making their own unique site. I just don't want to see them go away from gaming too much.
Yeah.
Like that would be my only concern. But
I feel like we're missing one.
Are we going to talk about Facebook?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Facebook? Tell us about that.
I think it's a really good platform to utilize. I don't utilize it as much, just because, I don't really have a good reason why I really should use it, because I can use it to my benefit. I just never have, because it wasn't really like a thing that you're like, I need to have this. Like, if you're a streamer, you need to have Twitter. Right. If you're a streamer, you should have a Discord, right? You don't necessarily have to have a Facebook, but it just will help you reach a larger audience.
It absolutely will. And the thing about that, and I hear this from some younger folks, well, it's only old people on Facebook.
I don't think that's true.
And that's, A, that's not true, and B, the average age of a gamer is around 38, 39.
Yeah.
So, just say it.
Yes. I mean, like, if you think about it, maybe the audience is, maybe the audience is a little bit more mature in some areas. It depends on what game that you're playing, too. Right. So if you are somebody, that plays retro games, like, Facebook would be a great platform.
Oh, absolutely.
For you.
I know of a page on Facebook, Inside Lego. Oh, I forget what it is. But I see more adults in that one than any other.
That's awesome.
Than any other. Like there's some teens and tweens that come in, but it's mostly adults that are in there and talking about it and just playing, because it's all about the Lego games. So.
Yeah, and Facebook has, kind of evolved in a lot of ways, too.
World of Lego Dimensions.
World of Lego Dimensions.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, we got it.
Speaking of, I just remembered a news piece.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
share.
Lego Dimensions is going away.
Oh no!
Yeah, Lego. That's what we'll go. We'll go with that. We'll just leave it there. Lego Dimensions is going away. We knew this for a long time. My buddy Daniel actually broke that news, and nobody believed him.
Really?
Yeah, he broke that on the web, and nobody believed him. And
now it's happening.
it's true. He said it was said within 6 to 8 months, it's gone.
Wow. Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
But anyways, as I was saying, Facebook is evolving. I think it's evolved a lot over the last couple of years. But I think there's a little bit more targeting you can do with it too. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we do that with our job, and we could bore you all day with all of the details.
Analytics.
But what?
Analytics.
Analytics, yes. But it's definitely a platform that should be utilized. It's not everybody has it definitely in the gaming world, but it's something that you could use for sure.
Cool.
Any other social platforms that you want to mention or talk about?
Well, I want to know what they think. What are you thinking for social media? What did we miss? We hit some of the big ones. Mm-hmm. But what do you use? What do you suggest? What else is out there? Social media. Down on the bottom, tell us.
Yeah, tell us what you guys use. What's the one that you use the most, actually?
Comment.
Comments are good. We like them.
Yes, awesome.
And we'll even respond to them, too.
Yeah, we will.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to add?
I want to thank all of you guys for following us on all of our social media.
Yes.
Right? So we have Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. All True Game Fans TV.
Yes.
All right. And you can follow Hannah Bart on Twitter.
Yep. I have Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. I don't know.
Hannah Bart. Just like it sounds.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm also on social media as Bad Gamer Elite on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I just got a Discord.
Hey, Discord.
Yeah, so just follow me on the Twitter, and I'll put out my Discord.
I need to be on your Discord.
Yeah.
You can send me a link? Yeah. All right, we'll be on that. Well, thank you guys. Have a great week, and we will see you again next week.
Peace.